As Legendary's Monsterverse expands, more monsters and mysterious locations have been introduced, including the Hollow Earth. This hidden realm is home to unique plants and animals and operates under different rules of physics in some cases. First teased in Kong Skull Island, the Hollow Earth concept has been explored further in each movie and TV show since. While Godzilla and King Kong are at the heart of the Monsterverse, the Hollow Earth has allowed for new creatures and settings, including both classic Toho monsters and original Titans. And with much of it still unexplored, there's a lot of potential for future adventures. So let's dive into all the realms of the Hollow Earth. Let's kick things off with the Hollow Earth, the ancient underground ecosystem. The first time we see it on screen in the Monsterverse is in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, when Monarch's nuclear sub goes through a vortex and discovers Godzilla's ancient lair. While they don't explore much beyond that spot, it confirms the Hollow Earth's existence, leading Monarch to look for other ways in by the time Godzilla vs. Kong rolls around. Kong helps lead the team into the Hollow Earth through a portal in Antarctica. The Hollow Earth is a weird, twisted version of Earth's surface ecosystems, with all kinds of creatures fighting for survival. Kong's one of the biggest, but he still faces threats from monsters like the Warbats in Godzilla vs. Kong, and the Wart Dogs in Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire. Most of the creatures are smaller than Kong, but still huge compared to surface animals. The land's full of dense jungles and rocky mountains, and in the middle of it all, gravity flips, creating a zero-gravity zone at the center. The Iwi tribe controls gravity through giant crystals, and Kong stumbles upon an ancient temple, possibly built by his ancestors or original Hollow Earth humans. Inside, he finds his axe and charges it with the radiation from the temple's energy. Godzilla x Kong. The New Empire gives us a bigger look at the Hollow Earth, introducing new creatures and showing how different portals lead to different spots on the surface, with each passing through a gravitational membrane to move between worlds. Skull Island is basically just a piece of the Hollow Earth ecosystem that made it to the surface. The Iwi tribe, thought to be wiped out by the storms on Skull Island, is alive and well in the Hollow Earth, living in a thriving civilization with advanced engineering and protected by a version of Mothra. Their survival gives us more insight into the early humans who once worshipped Godzilla. Next up is Axis Mundi, a mysterious and wild part of the Hollow Earth, where space and time are totally warped. While the Hollow Earth sits at the center of the Earth, Axis Mundi exists kind of in between, acting like a middle ground between the surface and the main Hollow Earth realm. Just like the Hollow Earth, Axis Mundi is connected to the surface through a series of portals. In a Monarch Legacy of Monsters, we first see that these portals work similarly to the ones in the Hollow Earth, but with a major difference: they're unstable. These portals, called Vile Vortices, are tied to 12 real locations on Earth where the laws of physics seem to break down, like the Bermuda Triangle. Axis Mundi itself is like a web of tunnels and pockets of space in between the Hollow Earth and the surface. Because it's stuck between the two, it experiences gravitational pull from both worlds, which makes the portals unreliable and dangerous. As we see in the Legacy of Monsters, the portals can even collapse if there's too much interference, like from an explosion. Interestingly, the radiation from giant titans like Godzilla and the Ion Dragon helps stabilize the portals as they pass through them, but the constant gravitational distortion messes with space-time. This means time moves differently in Axis Mundi than it does in the Hollow Earth or on the surface. For example, Dr. Keiko Randa ended up falling through a portal and was gone for what felt like 57 days, but back on the surface, 56 years had actually passed. That's a huge time discrepancy, and it's bound to play a big role in the Monarch Legacy of Monsters as the story develops in its second season. So while Axis Mundi adds a lot of complexity to the Monsterverse with its strange, unstable portals and time distortions, it's also a major part of the bigger picture that Monarch will have to navigate in the future. Lastly, we have the Subterranean Realm, a deeper, uncharted part of the Hollow Earth that Kong stumbles upon by chance, or so it seems, in Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire. At the start, this area is completely unexplored, but Kong makes his way through it despite the protests of his reluctant young companion, Suko. After taking down the deadly drowned viper and grabbing a bite to eat, Zuko leads Kong to the lair of the terrifying Scar King. Kong's fight with the Drowned Viper is a nice callback to the 1967 King Kong Escapes, where Kong battles a sea serpent. The terrain Kong crosses in the subterranean realm feels familiar, similar to Skull Island and his part of the Hollow Earth. The Drowned Viper battle even mirrors a scene from Kong Skull Island, where Kong takes down and devours the giant mire squid. The real shift in the environment happens when Zuko guides Kong across an ancient, enormous Titan spine bridge, which is many times larger than both Kong and Godzilla. At the heart of the subterranean realm lies a volcanic, crystal-covered area, where Kong encounters the Scar King and his followers. Scar King rules through fear, making his followers obey through terror and forced labor. In his lair, they also keep Shimo, a titan that spits ice and acts as a counterpart to Godzilla. Shimo is forced to obey Scar King, thanks to a crystal that causes him excruciating pain whenever he tries to resist. Scar King was driven into the subterranean realm after losing an ancient war to Godzilla. Since Godzilla is tasked with keeping the Titans of the Hollow Earth where they belong, he couldn't let Scar King's ambitions to conquer the surface world go unchecked. As a result, Godzilla pushed him even deeper into the Hollow Earth, trapping him in the subterranean realm with no way to reach the surface through any of the portals. Scar King eventually escapes the subterranean realm when Kong, who's badly injured after Shimo's frostbite blast attacks his right arm, inadvertently leads him to an entrance to this hidden realm. With Shimo by his side, Scar King and his followers make their way to the Iwi civilization, where several portals to the surface are located. Their battle in zero gravity is short-lived before they fall through a portal to the surface. The Iwi city of Malenka, built in the Hollow Earth, is strategically located near a number of vile vortices. After Scar King is defeated, Kong returns to his lair, now accompanied by a grateful Shimo. Kong frees the former subjects of Scar King, who are no longer forced to suffer. What's next for Kong is unclear, whether he'll remain in his lava-filled lair or return to the central part of the Hollow Earth to reclaim the Kong Temple. With a sequel to Godzilla x Kong already greenlit, the Monsterverse could be heading to a whole new section of the Hollow Earth for further exploration. And that's that for today's video, folks. We hope you enjoyed diving deep into the Hollow Earth realms and the incredible monsters and lore of the Monsterverse. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. Also, don't forget to comment below and let us know which Hollow Earth realm impressed you the most and what you'd like to see next in the Monsterverse. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.